The Joe Rogan Experience.
That's a big issue with perceptions of people who don't hunt, right? Non-hunters' perceptions are a lot of times based on grip and grins. They're a lot of times based on maybe you're flipping through the channels and you get on the outdoor channel and some guy shoots a big buck and they're hooting and hollering and high-fiving each other. And people find it distasteful. Like they see it and they don't understand why everyone's so excited and so happy. It's because they don't see how difficult it is to get to that position, how much anxiety is involved in shot placement and squeezing the trigger, making sure you don't flinch, and it's hard. Like any kind of hunting and taking an animal's life is very difficult. So when you see that success celebration, people think it's like a celebration of death, of killing. Right. But it's a celebration of success and of overcoming anxiety and nervousness and the fear of failure and the moment itself, which is so enormous. The moment when you're squeezing a trigger or drawing back a bow on an animal, it's a heavy moment. Yeah. And there's so much going on in the mind, so much anxiety that you have to battle.
Well, and I think too that it's a snippet of time that's taken completely out of context. Yeah. And you don't see the lifestyle potentially and there's all gradients and scale inside of hunters. You know, some people it truly is a lifestyle. They've dedicated their life to it. Others, do it less time, whatever. But like when I see a grip and grin photo, I see a lifestyle. I see somebody that's probably dedicated a big part of their life that's not even connected directly to hunting, that has informed their ability to be efficient hunters. That's kind of what the stories that I'm telling, and even in the future, some of the stuff I'm planning in the future, what I'm trying to tell the story of is people who live their lives close to the land and the other things that happen. So you'll always hear some flavor of hunting in most of my podcasts. Many of them are not about hunting at all, but you'll see a small window, but you'll see this life. For instance, there's a podcast that's coming out soon, and I interview this old guy that really is a legendary hunter. I'm not going to tell you where he's from. I don't want to forecast what the podcast is about, but the whole podcast is about his life. Very little of it's about hunting, but it puts it in context, and it goes, no, that's not just a old hillbilly out shooting stuff. This guy has dedicated his life to this. This is a very thoughtful process. This guy, not just his life, his dad's life, and his dad's life before him was dedicated. I mean, these guys made a decision. This is going to be a big part of our life, boys. We're going to be hunters. And it affected their careers. It affected their families. It affected how many kids they. I mean, just like the implications of choosing a lifestyle is so big. And that's what I think is so profound about hunting. And that's what I'm interested in, is because I love to hunt. Like, I cannot erase that for me. Like, I do love to hunt. But I am very interested in how hunting has actually affected my life, how it impacts the character of my children, how it impacts the sanctity of my marriage. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of going out there, but I'm being serious. Like, I think that what we choose to dedicate our life to has the opportunity to make us better and impact our character. And it's just a big story, man. It's a big story, and a grip and grin doesn't tell that story. But it's so hard because it's hard to tell me, Clay, don't post a picture of yourself with a dead deer and you smiling. Right. And it's like, bro, you want me to accommodate my entire life for you? I will do that. Like, I spend much of my life doing that, trying to interpret for people hunting. But we're kind of asking for some empathy too from the other side, and we've got to do a better job of telling our story.
Yeah, and I think there's that, and there's also that we're connected to what the general population would call trophy hunters. It's like that, and therein lies the rub with bears, is that many people don't understand that bears are food, and that it's not just food; it's actually a delicious food, and from a conservation standpoint, it's actually important to control the population. But when you see someone posing with an animal unfortunately, it will go to like elephants or giraffes or some unpleasant animal, a lion, where you see someone posing with a lion, and then you think about some canned hunt in Africa where some obese man is standing there with a rifle over this majestic animal, and it's very distasteful, and it infuriates people, and rightly so, because like the image they're getting out of that is some cruel sociopath who's just trying to check off boxes.
Right.
Catch new episodes of the Joe Rogan Experience for free only on Spotify. Watch back catalog JRE videos on Spotify, including clips. Easily, seamlessly switch between video and audio experience. On Spotify, you can listen to the JRE in the background while using other apps and can download episodes to save on data cost, all for free. Spotify is absolutely free. You don't have to have a premium account to watch new JRE episodes. You just need to search for the JRE on your Spotify app. Go to Spotify now to get this full episode of the Joe Rogan Experience.